What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So it's draft week and it's tier list Tuesday. So we are combining the two to create this video, a tier list based on recent drafts and more particularly the top 10 picks within those drafts and how they are looking to be trending career-wise. Yes, this is obviously a lot of rampant speculation because some of these guys haven't even played at the NHL level, but we rampantly speculate on this page, and especially when looking at top 10 picks. That's how you build legit Stanley Cup sustained success level of teams. You get the franchise players through the draft most of the time. There's obviously exceptions here and there, but usually these teams, these dynasties are built through the draft. You look at Chicago Blackhawks, Pittsburgh Penguins, Tampa Bay Lightning. Here's actually the stats on it. This is just straight up math, what the success rates are at certain picks. Especially the number one pick. That's where you get your franchise studs, 2 through 5. It does kind of fall off 6 through 10. So it is more so top 5 even. But yeah, we are going to dive into this tier list. And here it is. Superstar. That means in their prime 3 to 4 years, they're a top 15 to 20 player, more so 15, I would say, in order to be a true superstar. Star is more so 25 to 30, legit top end player, best player on their team most likely, and their team's actually pretty decent. Elite, that's more so top 100 or so, I would say, and then a good top 6 forward or good top 4 defenseman, pretty self-explanatory. And then role player, middle of the lineup, definitely a little bit underwhelming for a top 10 pick, but not a bad player. Or you just straight up a bust. There's only one bust, and you can see him right now on your screen. Actually, there's maybe one or two. One definite one. Another guy that probably is not going to turn into anything. Let's get into it. Let's dive into it. Up first, Matt Celebrini, superstar. He was a superstar, expected to be a superstar coming out of the draft. Rookie season, put up 73-point pace. Might have won the Calder Trophy if he didn't get hurt for the first 12 games of the season. Looks like at this point he's going to have a floor of like 85 points, again, 73-point pace in his rookie season, and a ceiling of being a legit 100-ish point guy, and he should only improve defensively as well. I'm not saying he's going to be Selke level, but he's a superstar. We don't have to spend. We got 50 guys to go through. I don't want to spending so much time on Celebrini having to justify him. Tyler Boucher, bust. This guy had like a late second, early third round grade. For some reason, the Ottawa Senators decided to select him 10th overall in the 2021 draft. Jesus. Yeah, he's in the AHL right now, basically doing nothing. The 1 through 9 of the 2021 draft is like elite in terms of like no busts, and then Tyler Boucher just kind of ruined it. Lucas Raymond up next. I'm going to go with star. I think Lucas Raymond is well on his way to being a star. Not sure he'll get to the top 15. Again, that requires like 9,500 points. But he was point per game this year, roughly at 23 years old, a special playmaker, especially at Four Nations. He really wowed me. He was arguably Sweden's best forward at times. Really, really impressed by Lucas Raymond and his trajectory the last 2 seasons. I might get flack for this, but Matty Beniers, man, I'm just going to go with good top 6 forward. I think he's going to be a good second-line center. Hit the ground running, 57 points. Calder winner, but he played Selke-level defense basically right off the rip, and he has been very good defensively the last 2 years, but only 37 points and then 43 points this season. I'm not sure he's going to get to an elite level, at least an elite number 1 center. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's in the cards. Shane Wright, I think he's kind of in the similar boat. I mean, he's been on a more standard trajectory, and if anything, he's building momentum. This year, around 40 points. Not sure he's ever going to get to 70, 75 points that we're talking about as a center in order to be elite, though. Will Smith, based on especially how he played in the back half of this season, I am smelling elite traits. He is so damn skilled. It's definitely going to benefit that he gets to play with this guy as well as another guy that we're going to talk about. But yeah, great prospect in his draft year and has really delivered. He put up 71 points in 41 games in college. So, like, he's been awesome in his first 2 years out of the draft. Caden Lindstrom, pains me to say this because I loved him in his draft year, but I think at this point you got to go with good top 6 forward. Again, easily could be elite, maybe even a star if he can stay healthy. The problem is he's played, I think, like 11 games of hockey. No, not even, like 7 games of hockey in the last 17 months or something like that. Like, I think he went down with the injury in January of last year. So it's just too much risk going into it in terms of the injuries. Ryan Leonard did not exactly dominate to the level maybe I was expecting with the Washington Capitals. I think he had 1 point in 7 games in the regular season and didn't really do much offensively in the playoffs. But I still trust this kid in terms of being just a two-way bruiser. He is an absolute beast physically. I think he's going to stick. I think he's going to turn into a 70-ish point guy, 30 goals, 40 assists. I'm not worried about Ryan Leonard one bit. Alexander Holtz, yeah, I think at this point, probably a bust. I don't even think he played full time this year for the Vegas Golden Knights. The New Jersey Devils kind of screwed him over, man. Bad development. Had a great year in the AHL, like point per game. And then you remember he was in trade rumors so much, was sitting up in the press box like 60% of the time. You thought he was going to get traded for Timo Meier. Kind of a disaster. David Reinbacher, I'll go with good top four defenseman. Again, similarly to Lindstrom. I mean, back versus knee. I'd rather have knee problems than back problems, probably, especially given their sizes. But yeah, Reinbacher's kind of just got wiped his first 2 years because of injuries, where I can't say. In his draft year, I thought he was going to be elite defenseman. He's looked good in the AHL when he has played. But again, it's a small sample size. I know people might comment, oh, Matthew Schaefer has a small sample size. Shut up. But Reinbacher at this point, I think could be a very good second pair guy, low end top pair guy. I think that's fair. I don't think he's going to be an elite top 20 defenseman at this point. Bedard, some people might try to be different and say, oh, he plateaued this year. He's nothing special. His analytics are bad. He's on a dog shit team, and he's still putting up 70-point pace. I am not worried about Connor Bedard. If this year he only puts up like 65, 70-point pace, maybe I'll be concerned. But even then, he's, 20 years old? Or he's not even 20 years old. I think he has a July birthday. So he's still 19 right now. He's going to be a superstar. Don't worry. Marco Rossi. I'm going to go good top six forward. I think he's going to be a very good second line center. I think that's about fair. Maybe a first line center. Maybe we'll see. A little bit undersized. Has been pretty damn good in Minnesota, even though they want to run him out of town. Berkeley Cadden, I'm pretty high on, though. Berkeley Cadden, I'm pretty fucking high on. I think that he's definitely ahead of Beniers and Wright in terms of at least U23 guys. I had him number 6. In my draft rankings last year. I'm sticking with elite. I think that his off the rush, he's an absolute demon. He is one of the best skating under 23 forwards in the world. Nate Danielson, I'll go with good top 6 forward. I think he's going to be an okay second line center probably. Actually, maybe more so of a role player. I'm going to move him down. If I got some of these guys, if I got Marco Rossi, who's already a 60-point guy, Jesus Christ, I'm going to get shit on. Jamie Drysdale, role player at this point. Easiest money I've ever made in my life was betting his under 34.5 points this season. Threw like $300 on that. Maybe he can be better now that he does not have John Tortorella and he's playing with his boy, Trevor Zegras. But at this point, playing with him again. But at this point, I wouldn't expect much. Gunther. I'm going to go with elite, but definitely closer to star than elite, considering this guy's already putting up 35 and 35 point pace. Do I think he's going to be a star and like drive his own line, give you 40 to 45 goals consistently? I'm not sure, but I think with Logan Cooley, he can be a consistent 40-goal guy. That might be spoiling where I'm going to have Logan Cooley. But yeah, Gunther is going to be a beast in terms of goal scoring. Tim Stützle, I'm going to go with star. Yeah, I'm going to go with star. I know he's been dealing with injuries, but we thought after that 2023 season that was going to be like the floor. This guy was going to be a top 15 player, no doubt. There's some concerns now. But again, similar to Raymond, closer to superstar than star at this point, just because both of these guys have set baselines at around point per game. Michkov, I'm going to go with superstar, though, especially when Tortorella actually played this dude, and especially the final third of the season. Like, his season was broken down in thirds. First third was like point per game. Second third, he played like 11 minutes a night and had like 6 points in 27 games. And then post Four Nations, I think it was, he had like 20 points in 15 games. Like, he's an absolute tank. I loved him in his draft year. I think he's going to continue to develop, especially now that he has Tocchet. Luke Hughes, I'm still very high on Luke Hughes. Not a star, future top 5 to 7 defenseman, but I think he's going to be a top 20 defenseman when it's all said and done. Similarly to Michkov, once Hamilton went down or Hamilton was dealing with an injury and he took over as number 1 defenseman, he had like 24 points in his final 24 games. Just got to get more opportunity in New Jersey. Dalibor Dvorsky, I'm going to go good top 6 forward. I think he can be a solid second line center based on what he's done in the OHL last year. AHL this year was cooking a decent amount. I expect him to be a good player. Simon Edvinsson, I think you got to go elite. I mean, he handled some pretty tough minutes this year in Detroit alongside Moritz Seider as a 2021 draftee. I think he should be around a top 15 to 20 defenseman. I guess if you're a top 25 defenseman, I'd say you're a pretty elite defenseman. Pavel Mitnyakov, dude, it's like the Cronin effect is tough because this guy, he played under Cronin his rookie year, but he got shafted this year in terms of assignments. Just caved in his defensive zone. I'm going to go with elite. I'm going to bet on him with a new coach, Joel Quenneville, to develop him. I'm going to trust Mitnyakov and based on what he did the prior season. Anton Salayev, good top 4 defenseman. Should be a lockdown defensive defenseman. Not really developing great offensively or producing great offensively in Russia, but you didn't really draft him for the offense. Adam Fantilli, I'm going to go superstar after a 31-goal season this year. Very, very impressive. Once Sean Monahan went down, he absolutely killed it. And when he was the number one center for a stretch, I'm high on Fantilli. McTavish, probably a second-line center, especially considering there's another guy. Can we see him at this point? Yeah, right there. That's probably going to be their number 1 center. So, yeah, I think McTavish needs to be better defensively, and hopefully Quenneville can coach him up. But, yeah, I think at this point that's fair. Zane Parekh, I'm really high on him. He was my number 4 prospect in the 2024 draft, and unlike Lidstrom, who's number 3, not dealing with injuries. So I'm gonna go with Star. What he has done in the OHL, and I think his defensive, like he gets way too much shit defensively. He's fine. He's not great. The offensive tools are just so impressive with him that I think he's going to be an offensive beast as long as Calgary puts a competent team around him. Slavkovsky, I'll go with elite. Maybe not in the regular season. He might not be super elite, but he has had 50 points. He's inconsistent. But in the playoffs, you want a guy like Slavkovsky on your team. I think we all agree on that. So I'm going to go with elite. I think that's fair. Marco Kasper, good second-line center. He's probably the second-line center of the future. Definitely. Maybe a low-end first-liner. But elite, I can't quite go there. Very impressive rookie year, though. Carter Yakimchuk, I'm going to go with the role player. I think he's going to be an okay second-pair offensive defenseman. I guess you could say not good top 4. He'll be an okay top 4 defenseman. Sens fans are going to come after me, man. If the Senators drafted freaking Parekh instead. Leo Carlson, I'm still buying my Leo Carlson stock. I am. I think the Cronin effect was real on him in terms of not being able to play to his potential, free-flowing. I think he's going to be damn good. I have no reason to believe that he's not going to be a legit point per game. No, not a point per game. That wouldn't be a superstar. A 90-point center when it's all said and done. Brant Clark, if he actually gets an opportunity, I could definitely see him turning into a star. But that just has not happened in LA thus far, unfortunately. And doubt he's going to play till he's 45, probably. Simashev. Oh, I can't fucking... It's not letting me drag Simashev. I'm going to go with role player. I mean, again, I'll be honest, I'm not grinding his tape in the KHL. I think he's going to be an okay second pair defenseman. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're going to kill me for that. Eklund, elite. What he's done in his first 2 seasons on a horrible, horrible San Jose Sharks team in 2024. Had 45 points. This year up to 59. Took good strides defensively. 2021 draftee. He should be a consistent 75-ish point guy, maybe a point per game. Ivan, you got to go with superstar based on what he's done in the MHL and then the KHL. He didn't kill it in the NHL. Well, he had the legendary first game, but as a 2024 draftee, I think we're looking at the offensive engine for the Montreal Canadiens the next decade and a half. I think most would agree with me. Owen Power, I'm going to go good top 4. It's tough because if he stays in Buffalo, he's just going to remain a second pair guy. But yeah, I was just never a big Owen Power guy. And I don't think he's going to get to elite. I don't think he's going to get to elite status, in my opinion. Jake Sanderson, star. I think he's gonna have Norris finalist finishes. I think he's gonna be in his prime for 3 to 4 years. I think he's gonna be like a top 7 defenseman. Because this year he's a fucking top 12 defenseman. So I think they're like at 22 years old. Come on. Kent Johnson, based on what he did this season, you got to put him in elite, maybe even star. He was like point per game. He was awesome. As soon as Pascal Vincent's out of the picture. Pascal Vincent was healthy. Whoops. I didn't do Matthew Savoy, right? Pascal Vincent was healthy scratching this guy and sending him down to the AHL a year prior. Matt Savoy, I don't know how to read Matt Savoy. He's either just not going to get the opportunity with the Edmonton Oilers or he's going to be a beast. So I guess at this point, as a 2022 draftee, I'll still go good top 6 forward. I'll also go good top 6 forward for TJ Ginla, but he's probably closer to elite. We'll see. Tough season because he dealt with an injury that kept him out for most of it. Artem Leshinov, I get called an Artem Leshinov hater. I'm going to still go with elite. Yeah, I think he can be a top 20 defenseman. I like Parekh more, but I still think Leshinov has all the tools and definitely the physical capabilities to be a 55-ish point defenseman. Jack Quinn, at this point, because the Achilles tendon tear just really sucked. This has not really been the same since then. Could be a good middle sixer, though. Beckett Seneca, I'll throw Seneca. Jesus, this shit is glitching out. Seneca, I'll put him in good top 6 forward. I still think it was a reach, but it's definitely looking better after last season. He has a lot of physical tools that are desirable. Will he fully pan out? We shall see. Logan Cooley, star. Based on what he proved this season as well as, well, yeah, what he proved this season on top of last season. As a 2022 draftee, already, what do you have? 55 points in 67 games this year. Absolute freaking wizard. Cole Perfetti, good top 6 forward. Unfortunately, just hasn't gotten a huge opportunity in Winnipeg because they are such a good team. But I think he's going to be a very good 60-ish point second liner when it's all said and done, especially with Ehlers. Not actually, that's going to hurt him next year, not having Ehlers on his line. Byfield, man. You talk about physical tools and showing flashes in 15 to 20 game stretches. I'm going to still go star. I might get crap for that. Again, the actual stats have not shown star, but the flashes are there, man. The flashes are so there with Quinton Byfield, where I still think he could end up being a top 30 player. And sometimes the bigger guys just take, I hate to be to tell you, maybe he's not have a Tage Thompson breakout. He's a very good player right now. It's not like a Tage Thompson level, but maybe the breakout is coming later. Simon Nemec, yeah, I think you just got to go with good top 4 defense. I'm not ready. He's 2022 guy. I'm not ready to say role player. Korchinski up next. I think I am going to go with role player. It sucks that he had to play because of the way that the contracts are structured. He couldn't play in the AHL last year. It was either NHL or WHL. He was dominant in the WHL in his draft year +1. Right now they have Vlasic on. He can be I can be a very good second pair offensive defenseman going forward for the Chicago Blackhawks. Cutter Gauthier, I still think he's elite. I get pushed back on this. I, of course, picked him for the Calder, which was horrible. But yeah, with Cronin, he put up 20 and 20 this season, only playing 14 minutes a night, and he shot 8%. I have no reason to not believe that Cutter Gauthier, after that rookie season, will not at least be a 30 and 30 guy. There's no way he goes from almost scoring a goal per game in college, and he wasn't on a damn super team, but then scoring 20 goals in the NHL with the ultimate non-offensive coach that didn't like him, to then not being a stud. Lafreniere, just a good top 6 forward at this point. Panarin Merchant. After you thought that he was going to take a season after another step after 28 goals, 29 assists, got paid. He had, I think, 38 points in his final 75 games last year after signing that contract. It's good. David Jiricek. Still a 2022 guy, but I think I might go role player, which would stink for the Minnesota Wild because they gave up so much. Nah, if I have Nemec there, I think I got to put Jiricek there as well. Here is the full tier list. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Who would you move up? Who would you move down? I'll be seeing the next one. Peace.